Hello everyone, welcome back to the Java tutorial series. In the previous video, we learned what arrays are and why they are useful. In this video, we will learn how to create, initialize and access elements in a one-dimensional array. So let's go to IntelliJ and see one-dimensional array in Java. So one-dimensional array in Java. So we'll take one example, int array numbers equals to new int, and we will give size of an array to 5. So here int array is a array of integer type. Numbers is a variable name or array name. New keyword is used to create an object. We will understand later videos what is class, what is an object in object-oriented programming. So there we will see in detail, but for now, to understand the array and its functioning, we'll just understand that with the help of new keyword, we create an object, and this object is created in the heap memory, and we are given int 5. So here size is 5. So to create an array, we used the new keyword followed by the data type and size. Here an integer array capable of storing 5 elements. So if we are creating of integer type, so the default values. So in this example, we created an array of integer type. So what are the default values based on data type? So default value for integer int type is 0, and for double is 0.0, and the default value for boolean is false, and default value for string data type is null. So these are the default value. And why we are learning default values? Because when an array is created, Java automatically assign default values to all elements depending on the data type. So as in the line number 9, we have initialized the array of integer type, but we have not assigned any values. So there will be some default values inside these 5 indexes. So it might contain like 5 values of integer type, and we have seen the default value of integer is 0. So it will be like this 0, 0, 0 5 times. Since it is integer type and we have initialized without assigning any variable, so the default values will be assigned to the memory allocation, and default value of integer is 0. If we would have declared instead of int, let's say double numbers equals to new double, let's say size is 4. So default value for this one might be like this: 0.0, comma 0.0, comma 0.0, comma 0.0. So 4 times the default values of double data type it will be allocated. So that's why we should remember the default values assigned to an array when it is initialized for the specific data type. So when an array is created, Java automatically assigns default values to all elements depending on the data type. So let me comment here, and so here we have initialized array. So this numbers array size is 5, but so far we have not assigned any values to those 5 places. So by default it will be 0 since it is integer type. Now we want to assign the values on those 5 places. So how we will assign the values to an array? So we will assign values with the help of index. And as we already know, index starts from 0. So for the first place we will assign value 10. Likewise, numbers 1, second place we will assign 20. Numbers third place we will assign 30. Numbers is what? Array name, square bracket, index name, and we are assigning values, and this is the final or last value at the 5th position with index 4 is equals to 50. So we have assigned values for all 5 indexes. So each element can be assigned a value using its index. Remember that array indexing starts from 0. So in this case, we initialized but without values. Now we will initialize with the values. So I will comment this out, and I will assign with the values, let's say int array numbers equals to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So we can also declare and initialize an array in a single statement. This is the most commonly used approach. So understanding indexes, each array element is identified by its index. The first element is at index 0 and the last element is at index 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's say we want to access element. So array name, square bracket, and index number, let's say 2. So we'll run the program. See, the output is 30. So index starts from 0, then 1, then 2. So at index 2, value is 30. To access an element, specify its index inside square brackets. Here, index 2 contains value 30. Now let's say, I'll comment this one. Now let's take another example, numbers equals to, this time we'll take 10, 20, 30. Now I want to modify the value 20. So I will write numbers index 1 equals to 100 and I will print numbers 1. So I have updated or modified the array value at index 1. So at index 1 is 20. I have modified to 100 and I am printing. So output should come 100. Let's verify. Yeah, in the output we can see 100. So array elements are mutable. Mutable means we can modify the elements of an array. We can change a value by assigning a new value to a specific index. Let's say I want to print length also. There is a property we can directly use, length. So here length is 3. So the length property returns the total number of elements stored in the array. Now let's say we have one array and with elements 20, 30, 40 and 50. Now I want to print all elements using loop. So I will use for loop int I equals to 0. Why I equal to 0? Since index start with 0 and up to which I will take the condition up to the length of the array numbers dot length should not is equal to numbers dot length I plus plus. So here we are iterating from I equals to 0 to I equals to length of an array, that is 5. Why 5? Because array contains 5 elements. So we are iterating until, but remember equal to sign is not there, so it will go up to I equals to 4 inside loop and we will print the value of array for index I. So I equal to 0 to 4, that is 5 elements, and we are printing the array values. So loop help us process all array elements efficiently. This loop prints every value stored in the array. Let's verify it. So in the output, we can see 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. So it has printed all the elements of an array numbers. So let's summarize what we have learned so far. So we have seen how to create arrays using new keyword. So whenever we write new, an object is get created in the heap memory, and initialize elements using indexes. And we have seen how to access elements using array square bracket index, and how to modify values for a particular index when needed. And we have seen the length property of an array, and using loop we have seen how to print all the elements of the array. So in this video we learned how to create, initialize, access and modify one-dimensional array in Java. That's all for this video. I hope this tutorial helped you understand one-dimensional array. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.